Dump. Will jokes at Harry's Linken himself to Targaryen+Plan to take Thorne back in an interview, never belonging to you. When you look at this story, you read about a character you picture in your mind who would be perfect for that role. Game of Thrones was famous for its on-point casting. Actress Emilia Clarke was perfect as the mother of dragons, Daenerys Targaryen. Daenerys has become a pop culture icon, and whether you like it or not, you have to bow down to the queen when even the baddest man on the planet calls the character a badass. Though Daenerys later goes on to become a ruthless tyrant and gets killed off for the same, her rise to power has been an inspiring story to many. One of them being Prince Harry. The history of the British royals has been not much different from Game of Thrones and has seen a fair share of violence and disputes. Prince Harry's own mother died under mysterious circumstances, and his life hasn't been a particularly easy one. In his memoir Spare, he mentions Daenerys Targaryen as his comfort character, and before that, Princess Kate and Prince William have carried out their first royal engagement since the release of Prince Harry's bombshell book. The Prince of Wales was all smiles while leaving Windsor Castle with Princess Kate to head to a hospital in Liverpool. Kate and William defiantly shook off Harry's allegations as they laughed in the back seat of their Range Rover. They then arrived at the hospital, where a glowing Kate was greeted by loud cheers as she waved and spoke with adoring royal fans. A reporter was heard shouting, "Were you hurt by the comments in Harry's book, sir?" Meanwhile, Charles also looked cheery as he arrived in Scotland for his first public appearance since the bombshell claims. Harry used his book to claim William branded Meghan Markle rude and difficult during a row that turned physical. Harry alleges William grabbed him by the collar, ripped his necklace, and knocked him to the floor. Harry claims he was left with a visible injury to his back following the argument in 2019 at Nottingham Cottage, on the grounds of Kensington Palace where he was living at the time. Harry says William was already piping hot when he arrived, wanting to talk about their deteriorating relationship. According to Harry, it turned into a shouting match as William complained about his wife Meghan, calling her rude and abrasive. Meanwhile, Harry also insists in his memoir that Kate was responsible for the argument between her and Meghan over bridesmaids' dresses ahead of the Sussexes' wedding. Recounting the incident, Harry said Kate sent Meghan a text which read, "Charlotte's dress is too big, too long, and too baggy. She cried when she tried it on at home." He explains that Kate was apparently unwilling to meet Meghan's tailor at Kensington Palace, and the two women exchanged abrupt text messages about the issue just 4 days before the wedding. Meg asked if Kate was aware of what was going on right now. Kate said she was well aware, but the dresses and the wedding is in 4 days. "Yes, Kate, I know," his fiancée replied sharply. Harry said Meg did not reply to Kate straight away. Yes, she had endless wedding-related texts, but mostly she was dealing with the chaos surrounding her father. So the next morning, she texted Kate that her tailor was standing by. He added, "A short time later, I arrived home and found Meg on the floor sobbing. I was horrified to see her so upset, but I didn't think it a catastrophe. Emotions were running high, of course, after the stress of last week, last month, the last day. It was intolerable but temporary. Kate hadn't meant any harm," I told her. The next day, Kate arrived with a bouquet of flowers and apologized to Meghan, Harry claims.